What's up, GTV, and welcome to the 4 State Foods Halloween Special. With the leaves falling off the trees around me and jack-o'-lanterns making their first appearances on porch steps, we were definitely getting closer to that spooky time of year. So, in the spirit of the season, we decided to head a little further north towards Louisburg, Kansas, home of the famous Louisburg Cider Mill. You might say, hey, Louisburg's a little far away from Pittsburgh, but with 40 years of tradition and history brewing in this cup, the drive seemed to fly by.
It all started back in 1977 when Tom and Shelley Shireman spent the summer restoring an old barn to sell their apple cider out of. Back then, the Shiremans were working out of a giant jug with one spigot on it, which would provide the townspeople with as much cider as they could carry. And over the years, the tradition, as well as the jug, has grown into what is the cider mill today.
Along with being famous for their apple cider beverages, the mill is also one of the hot spots for the best apple cider donuts in Kansas. And with the crisp yet somehow soft, cakey texture, I might just have to grab a couple more of these for the road.
The one thing that the mill's donuts are known for are their light apple cinnamon flavor. But we went to one local donut expert, 6-year-old Andrew McDonald, who seems to think there might be other things at work.
Okay, Andrew, why did you like the donuts?
You have to have sugar on them.
What else did you like about the pumpkin patch?
If your sweet tooth, or should I say cider tooth, doesn't draw you in, the 10-acre werewolf-shaped corn maze and monstrous pumpkin patch will. The Shireman's daughter, Clea Berry, runs the maze and pumpkin patch area and says that people just seem to love to get lost in the tall stalks of corn.
Probably the corn maze. Just getting lost in the maze for 45 minutes is what it takes. When it's scary at night, that's always fun for people. And probably the hayride also. And then surprisingly, the hay bale maze, which is really just those big round bells we put together, I think people love, including me. I like to just kind of run on them and on a dry day, like jump into the piles of hay.
And after I sized up the hay bale maze, I decided that maybe I was finally old enough to check out the deep alleys of corn that make up Wolfman's Corn Maze.
Well, it's starting to get a little dark here in Louisburg, and I better find my way out of this corn maze pretty soon. For GTV, I'm Jake Faber.